We're going right now. It is a B-side quarterfinal matchup, I believe. Quarterfinal or semifinal? Semifinal, right? So it's quarterfinal. It's a B-side quarterfinal matchup. I thought it was a semifinal, but it's a B-side quarterfinal matchup. We had an A-side semifinal matchup called up earlier, but looks like we're not going to have the A-side semifinals running. This is a matchup between Straight Rails and Team LACQUETTE, and they're in the middle of the first two games right now. Bring up the picture-in-picture, come back with a split screen as well, just to keep track of things. All right, so on Team Straight Rails, we have Lila McKinney, Clarence Spence, Earl McIver, and Brian Spence. On Team LACQUETTE, we have Shonda Flett, Vance Poole, Daryl LACQUETTE, and I can't read the last name. Tommy? Oh yeah, Tom Walker. Okay, I got it. It says Tommy. I usually call him Tom, so like I couldn't read the name. All right, so that's your lineup here for these two teams, and I don't know what the score was on that one. Did you see what the score was on that one?
One ball left.
And who won it?
Not but the other one.
Not Lila, but the other one, Shonda. Lila won it, okay. So 10-6. All right, and I have it as a semifinal, so I got to bring this down because it's not a semifinal. I got thoughts in my mind, and I'm kind of out of focus here. La 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 la. All right. Vance Poole on table 2 just missed the shot. That's going to bring Clarence Spence to the table from Straight Rails. Looks like he's got a ball in hand. On table number 1, we have Earl McIver right now playing against Daryl Lacquette. He's trying to figure out this table. Just taking a measure here to see what he can do after this. Clarence Spence, who won the men's B division today, is at the table on table 2, and you know he's feeling pretty good about his game right now. Oh, but he's going to miss that shot. Vance Hool, who won the B division last year, is at the table on table 2. He had a good showdown last year against Perry Van Dam. Good draw on the shot. Makes the 8 ball 10-4. A little bit of a freeze for a second. It froze out. It might have lagged a little bit, but it's good. We've experienced a few drops in the signal yesterday, and it didn't really do much. Like, it didn't interfere with the stream to the point where we had to restart it. So I expect it to be okay today as well. Looks like Earl McIver came up a bit short on this 1 ball. He's looking at the possibility of back-cutting it on table 1, but I'm not sure that's going to work from here. Now, even if he was able to make that shot with a back cut, at the very best, the cue ball is going to end up running into the 13 ball and kind of coming to a dead stop. I don't know if the 8 ball goes to the top right corner past the 10 ball. If it does, then that's okay. But if it doesn't, that won't work for him. The other option he can do here is maybe try to do a reverse bang to the top left corner, which could maybe help him out somewhat. But once again, we're back to the cue ball position for the 8 ball, and that might not work. Goes for the bank corner. What a shot. Too bad I didn't have that on the big screen, man. Man, that was a nice shot. And he still didn't get the 8 ball. Is that a kick shot there, maybe to the top left corner? And he might be able to see some of it. So if he can see some of it, that will take his mindset away from the kick shot, and it'll kind of force him more or less on trying to figure out how to do something with a legitimate hit. But if he can't see the 8 ball at all, then the other option would be to either kick the shot or jump the shot, which it looks like he's grabbing his jump cue right now, do a jump shot. It's only about a third of the ball hooked, so it's a fairly easy jump. But you still have to make good contact, and you still have to cut the ball into the pocket. And 16 hours on the chair sometimes. Yeah, it looks like he changed his mind. He doesn't feel comfortable with the jump shot. I'm not sure why, man. Or maybe it doesn't go to the top right corner. That could be the only reason. I think if he walks around the table to the right side of the table, he'll find the kick shot instead. And he's going back to the jumper again. Oh, he's not feeling good about this jump, man. He's not feeling comfortable with it. Now he sees the kick shot, so he's going to call the kick shot. I think that was the right shot to begin with. Jump shot on table 2 will come up short, and the cue ball's going to scratch. Brian Spence will turn the table over to Tom Walker. A good try. Comes up short of the shot. Tom Walker trying to work the table out on table number 2. Take a look at that nice little bank shot from Earl McIver here. What a nice shot that was. Yeah. Daryl LACQUETTE from Team LACQUETTE on table 1. Both players from Team LACQUETTE at both tables right now. Nice little shot from Tom Walker on table 2. Bumps the 15 ball open into a nice area where he's got a shot to the corner, but he's going to miss that shot. Ryan Spence comes back to the table on table 2. Daryl LACQUETTE still trying to work out the puzzle here on this table. Something he's not feeling good about, so he's trying to work it out. Just the 8 ball for the win on table 2. 10-6 for straight rails. Daryl LACQUETTE about to finish this table. Easy 8 for the finish. That's going to bring the match to a 1-point difference. 31-32. Team LACQUETTE in the lead by 1 point. Well, like anything that's closed.
Yeah.
It's gonna be pretty difficult for you because it's probably
Yeah.
Okay, I have no idea what's going on with this matchup right now. Is the score still the same score? Thank you. Shonda. That's right, 10-5, yeah. Thank you.
Paying attention now.
Thank you. You should just turn on the mic and let me go to sleep. At least you know what the scores are, so you got something. All right, guys, I apologize for being away. There's a couple of things that I have to deal with here that I was trying to look into, and it's looked into now. So we're gonna resume the match. We're gonna resume the stream. I don't know. This is the last match for the night. It might be. We're supposed to have a couple of matches, but it's now like 11:30. So if they finish this match by 12, they might still do one more match, but then they'll be here till like 2:30. So they may not. I think they're gonna weigh their options, so it's gonna come down to a couple of things. If there's players that are from out of town that would like to get their match over with, they might play another round. The other thing is either they keep it running later and then start later tomorrow, or they finish early and they start early tomorrow. So those are the two options of what's going to happen. But I'll confirm to see if there's any other matches. When you reach the line, that's when you'll stop. Yeah. So then there's one more match after this. Yeah, I'm not sure they're gonna have another matchup, but it looks like they're gonna have at least one more matchup. So what happens if these guys finish like say 12, but they don't start till 12:30? Do you still have another match? Because then you'll be running till like 2:30. So then this would be the last match. If you start another one, you're looking at about an hour and a half, right? Roughly, and that's a fast match. Tommy won that one? Yep. $69-102, Team LACQUETTE, a couple of wins away from winning this matchup. I apologize for being away from the mic. I always stick to the mic as much as I can, but there was a situation that I had to deal with, so I dealt with it as best as I can. And thankfully for me, you know, I had Serena here next to me, and she was able to help me out. Vance Hool from Team LACQUETTE on table number 1. Tom Walker on table number 2 from Team LACQUETTE breaking. Thank you. Smash and break on table 2, and I think he made a ball. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. No, he didn't. He came up dry on table 2. Right now, over me. Brian Spence on table 1, trying to get his team back into this match. Got a comment on YouTube. What's up, Maddie? Says, no need to be sorry, Rod. I appreciate the stream. Thanks, man. I've been trying to do my best today, but I'm on 4 hours sleep. Accumulated a total of, what is that, 14 hours over 3 days, 4 days technically. So I'm pretty beat up right now. But it was a situation that I had to deal with, so I was just trying to figure that out first. And I usually don't neglect the stream. You know, I do my best not to. Unless I'm playing, then usually I have no choice then. But if I play on the TV table, I'm always interacting with the viewers anyway. Big shot, but he's going to scratch the cue ball to the side pocket. Vance Hool with a chance to be able to win this game. And I believe this will be for the match also. Lila McKinney trying to work her table out right now. It's got a pretty decent table to work out. Come together. Cue ball's going to do a little bit of a funny spin here for her, and that's going to limit what she can do now. So she might still be able to go off the 6 into the 4 ball. Just has to hit the 6 with a draw. And the only thing you got to watch out for is that the cue ball doesn't scratch. Yeah, like that. Oh, man. But the cue ball's going to scratch. And she made the 4 ball, too. Also made the 6 ball. Vance is going to win that game with a score of 10-7, and I believe that's the match. They're going to pound it out. They're going to finish this rack anyway, but the final score at the moment, it is over 112-76. Lila's going to get a chance to win this game anyway, so we'll mark these points on for her if she gets to finish. Makes the shot with some confidence. 86-112, the final score. And, okay, I have to see what's up with this next match because they finished a little earlier than I thought. I thought they might go on to 12 or 12:30 and then they would play longer. But because it's only 11:40, they might still have another match. I'll find out for you guys. All right, we got another matchup. It's Studis versus Skoden. It's going to be a nice little showdown. It's a B-side quarterfinal matchup also.
guys have to come up with a third team now because you have students, and you have not even. And then.
All right, so we have another matchup coming up right away. It's Skoden versus Studis, B-side quarterfinal, the last matchup of the night. I apologize because on my post it says A-side semifinal, B-side quarterfinal, and then semifinal. But there was never an A-side semifinal match. Both of those A-side semifinal matches played away from here, so I never got a chance to stream either one of them. Tomorrow we're going to have the A-side final. It's likely going to be the first match of the day on the stream. And then from there, we're going to move into the B-side semi, the B-side final, and the championship match. We're looking at about 2 hours per match. That's probably tops. That's like going all the way in the last rack. So we're looking at about 8-hour process for tomorrow morning. If they start at 9, we will be done by like 5 o'clock. If they start at 11, we'll be done by like 7 o'clock. That's the guesstimated finish time for tomorrow. Crazy little thing called love. Reese Lewis mentioned earlier, hello, Arriagada, you are the man. Have a good night, man. I never wanted to be the man. I was just born to be the man. I'm just kidding. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying right now. Some people need to be monitored when they speak. I think I'm one of them. All right, we're just waiting for these guys to get started. They're doing a couple of warm-ups. Then they're going to get going right away. 11:45 p.m. We're almost at midnight. This will be the last match of the night, and this one has potential to go all the way to the last rack because they know each other, they're organizers, and when people know each other and they're friends and they're used to playing against each other all the time, for some reason, like the competition just steps up. And I feel like this is going to be a nice little matchup for us, a good treat for the end of the night or day 2 here at Swan Lake First Nation for the 8th annual 8-ball tournament. The coin is about to get flipped. And the match is about to get started. Crazy little thing called love. All right. Let's get it going, man. They're going to do their lineups. And, well, I'll just wait for them to do their lineups. And then we're going to get going. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be a great match. I don't know if there's going to be like an amazing amount of runouts, but there's going to be some good runouts in here. And I feel like there's going to be some crazy like grind out battles, some big safety matches. We'll see. Both teams, know each other, like I said. So it almost feels like you have something to prove when you know the other team and you're friends with them. We'll see what happens here. But my instincts tell me that we're about to be in for a nice treat for the last match of the night. They always say, save the best for last, so let's see if that's true. Don't forget to come check out the King of the Hill winner take all 10-ball next Saturday, December 9th at the Hangar Billiards and Sports Lounge. 121 Squarefield Boulevard is where they're at, and I'll be there to run the event and to stream the event. $110 entry, winner take all, single elimination. You have to know how to play pool to come play in this tournament. You can't be just the guy that shoots pool. You have to be the guy that breathes pool. or LIVESPOOL. Because honestly, everybody that's going to be playing this tournament is a top-notch player that's going to give everybody a good run for their money in every single match. You don't want to miss it. It'll be on next week on the stream as well. You'll be able to watch it on Facebook and on YouTube. And yeah, it's going to be one of the greatest King of the Hills so far. It's the last one of the year too, so it's always a special one. And then next year we have a couple of different King of the Hills. There's going to be a King of the Hill Scotch Doubles, which is something different. We had a King of the Hill 50 plus this year also, which was a little different. King of the Hills generally are winner take all, but whenever it's a lower level or like not necessarily an open, because this King of the Hill on Saturday, next Saturday is an open. So that one is just like free for all, right? And it's always winner take all because these are all the master level players. So, you know, they're playing basically 4 matches to win $1,600. It's a really nice day for them. I wonder what happened with that match. Not sure who won that match between these two teams, but there was a little bit of a dispute, so I'm going to go find out what happened. These guys are getting their lineups ready. We're about to get going. Yeah, the argument is still going on. It's not like a scrap battle argument. It's just a discussion. But it's a discussion that could maybe use a talk show. Because there's a lot of talk in this discussion. Just about to get started. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think they did too. You're right. I apologize, Michael. You're right, man. You are right. Alyssa Dusty Horn, welcome to the stream. Shauna McCauley, Earl McIver, Clint Dixon, Nicole Delore, Jason Jonette, welcome to the stream, guys. What's up, Art Lamaran? You got to make your way out here next year, man. Bring a team. You have to have a female player. But I think you would enjoy this, like not just the singles and the team event. You would enjoy the whole event, I think. And they have an open division, which is a $100 entry. The payout for that last night was $1,600 for first place for the singles, man. And it was only 24 players, so you only had to win a few matches to get there. And then for the intermediate division, I think it was $1,300 for first place for the intermediate. The ladies was $1,000. And then the team event, it's $3,000 guaranteed no matter how many teams come out for the team event. And you get jackets plus a trophy that you get to take home. You'd have to talk to your captain about having a chance to hold this trophy and keep it at your house for a while because it's a beautiful trophy. I'll be taking a picture of that trophy tonight and uploading it for you guys. I was going to do that already because I thought we were going to be done, but we're going to have another match. So that means I'm going to have another long night ahead of me. All right. Looks like they're getting ready to go now. It is game time. Racks number 1 and rack number 2 coming up. We have Team Skoden breaking. Timothy Bowen on the left. Farrell Cameron on the right. Tim's going to come up short. Open table. Last match of the night, so I'm going to do my best. Well, maybe not. I'm tired, man. I will try my best. Debbie Cornell, welcome to the stream. Is it Mural Bird? Welcome to the stream. Gwen Armstrong. Craig Eggy. Eggy. Welcome to the stream, guys. Kristen Weave, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. So we got the first two ranks going in this final matchup here. It is a B-side quarterfinal. Whoever wins here will be coming back tomorrow for the semifinal. Whoever loses is going to come up short. The good news for them, though, is that they get to call it a night and go home. The rest of us have to come back in a few hours. So lucky you, even though you're not going to be happy about it. But you will be when you wake up tomorrow at any time you want and not worry about having to go anywhere. Then you'll feel the moment. Breakout on table one from Clayton Scott. Looks like Farrell was just playing a safety there on table two. That's going to bring Brian Walker to the table. No other options except for a cross bank on table one. Oh, and he's going to make it. Can he make another shot here to get out? I wonder if he's looking at maybe making this 8-ball off the 6. I don't know if it'll go from there. You have to put a big punch shot on it. Great effort, though. You needed way more power than that to be able to make it. Well, I shouldn't really say more power. He needed more speed to be able to make that shot. This was a nice little bank, though. Very nice. Farrell will make the shot on table two. Just looking for a good hit here. He called the 13 and he made it. Made another nice shot there. I was trying to switch over to catch the highlight, but I just missed it. Oops. Trying to get you guys to end the stream right now. My bad. I don't know what happened there, man. Malfunction for a quick second. Another nice shot from Farrell on table two. Timothy Bowen on table one, trying to help out his teammate Farrell here. Looked like it was going in, but it's going to hang up over the pocket. Brian Walker with a chance on table two. Nice shot on table two from Brian Walker, but he didn't call it. So Farrell gets a chance to close out that rack. Clayton's just going to miss the shot to the corner. Timothy Bone with a chance to close out that rack. Farrell's going to do his part and get a 10-3 win. And Tim's going to get a 10-7 win. The good news for Studis is they had some points on the table. So that's not bad. They're down by 10. It is on like King Kong, I say. Check up on YouTube. I've been neglecting you guys. I just had a bit of a steady evening so far, so. Robert Griffith has a question here, or he asks more of a comment on YouTube. He's asking, Rod, please explain the difference between power and speed. All right, so power is when you involve your body into the shot. So you feel like you put your shoulder into it, you put your legs into it because you're hitting with some power. And so power usually, what happens with power is that power will kind of deflect the shot a bit. The cue ball will deflect differently off the impact from the cue because you're putting so much power. Now, speed is more about the arm itself. So it's the pendulum speed. And the pendulum speed is what's going to help you for, say, for example, when you're trying to play perfect shape, right? One of the things that people should work on, here's a free tip for you guys. One of the things that you should work on as a pool player is finding your speeds. So you need to find your shape speed, whether it's up or sideways. And so when you go up, and as an example here on this table right now that's sitting in front of us, each dot on the right side cushion and on the left side cushion, the diamonds, will represent a point or a number for the speed. So usually you would put a ball at the top right corner, the top left corner, and then have the cue ball down table, like somewhere on the string line. And then you would play with topspin off that shot to the corner, come off the top rail, and then you hit that first diamond. That would be your 1 speed. You hit the top rail, come down to the second diamond. That would be your 2 speed. Then 3 speed. The side pocket would be a 4 speed, then 5, then 6, then 7. And then when you get to the bottom corner, it would be an 8 speed. Now, if you were to bring that cue ball up and down, so you go off the top rail, come all the way back down past 8 and go back up, then you start counting 9, 10, 11, 12 until you get up to a certain point, which would be like 15. But you're never going to see 15 anyway. But you need to know what that speed is to understand whether or not you're capable of doing it. So one of the things that you have to do is work on your speed lengthwise, like I just said. That's going to help you to be able to play position at the table to be more comfortable in getting the cue ball in certain areas. Now, the other one that's going to benefit you tons, and I mean tons, way more than that one, is the short speed. So like right now, if you look on table number 1 on the left, this shot right there, if you were to put that ball over the pocket and then just play the cue ball through and come back from the right cushion back to the left cushion, you have 3 diamonds on the bottom rail, right? So you don't count 1, 2, and 3 off that rail. You count half points. So you go halfway on the diamond, that's 1. On the diamond is 2. The next halfway point will be 3. The middle diamond will be 4. The next halfway point will be 5. And then the next diamond will be 6. And then 6.5 after that. And then the pocket all the way to the left will be 7. And now you're thinking, like, that's crazy. But honestly, you're not going to use more than that. And what you're doing for the speed there is that you're just trying to find a way to control the cue ball in small areas, like just little touch shots, right? And you might think, like, why? Trust me, if you're playing 8-ball, you're going to need that a lot. There's going to be a lot of times where you're going to have to play perfect position, and it's going to require you to know and understand what the speed is of the shot so you don't get in trouble. The more you become familiarized with the speed, the less trouble you will face at the table, because now you have a very important piece of information that you can use to assess your shot. And I'm telling you, if you can just figure out the speed, you'll get pretty far in the game. Now, another thing about speed is that every shot that you take on the table has a certain amount of distance. That certain amount of distance is going to require a certain amount of speed for that shot to go into the pocket. And that's regardless if you put left hand or right hand or whatever. Just the straight center top spin requires a certain amount of speed for that ball to go in. Now, when you're applying spins, you're going to change that speed a little bit or increase the speed or decrease it. It's up to you. But that's based on your own knowledge and also depending on the situation you have. But that's how important speed is. Power does absolutely nothing for you. And you're thinking, you're wrong. What about those big, powerful breaks? Okay, so you're kind of right and I'm kind of wrong. But the truth is that when it comes to the break, it's all about the break speed, not about the power. However, when we watch these big players play, we see them coming up with monster breaks, big power breaks. So in our minds, we feel like, well, these guys are running me out that way, so I got to do the same thing. Word of advice, never put any more power onto your break that you can handle. If you're putting so much power into the break that the cue ball's scratching, jumping off the table, or ending in different spots consistently, that means you're playing with too much power, man. You got to bring down your power. The break has to be the most perfect shot ever. You have to be able to make a shot and control the cue ball, if possible, in the middle of the table. That's also going to require for you to be able to understand more about your speed. Because, like I said, the break is not about power. It's actually about speed. Now, there's two ways you can handle the break is by buying a heavier cue, which is going to give you the power behind this, so to speak, and that allows you to focus on the speed. Or you find a lighter cue, which they recommend 17.25. Now the Predator pros are saying that it should be 18 ounces. And then you'll play with something that's lighter, which is going to increase your speed, right? Which is going to give you a better result. So speed is important. And the difference between speed and power is actually something that a lot of players should understand. Because power involves body movement. Speed does not. And that can be the difference in you making the or making the shot or not. Robert Griffith says, thank you very much, Rod. That helps. I learned much from you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I try to teach everyone as much as I can through my knowledge, and I guess I hold back some ways, but for the most part, I don't. I want you to get better. If you get better at the game and you make it harder for me to play, that's only going to help me become better. So it's not a bad thing. I think that we have that old school mentality where like, well, I know how to do this and you don't. I'm going to die with a secret. But then what happens with that secret, man? It just dies with you. That's the end of it. Now, if you share that knowledge, you never know what you might create. You might take a player that's, you know, just above average and suddenly turn that guy into a professional just because you helped him out. You know, knowledge is important. That's the way I look at it. And that's why I share it with you guys. I could have been selfish, you know, I could have just been like, no, I'm just going to talk about the game right here and that's it. But no, I always wanted to make a difference with my work. So teaching you guys as much as I can through my knowledge is like likely the most important thing about my work. Though you may not notice it, but to me, it's important. Oh, a missed shot on table 2. A missed shot on table 1. Ben Dutchik on table number 1 right now from Team Skoden. We got Trevor Bird from Studis on the other table. Yeah, and so like I know there's not many of you guys watching right now because it's getting a little bit later in the night, and you know it's Saturday. You might want to be doing some things, or maybe you're already doing some things, whatever the case. But if you actually appreciate everything that I do, I'd appreciate if you guys would like my streams, and not just today, but I mean anytime, because then that's the one way you can kind of say thank you in a physical way towards the work that I do, and it's going to make a big difference for the way that things develop for me. The more exposure that I get through the work that I do, the more that people can see the potential of having somebody like me in their corner covering their events. And I mean, there's a lot of people out there that stream, man. So don't get me wrong. A lot of people that do a great job at it too. You're gonna find a lot of people that have a lot of passion out there too. But I can almost guarantee that nobody's gonna outdo me when it comes to passion, man. And I truly love my work. So they always say 2 things. You have to hire somebody that loves what they do, or you hire the people that are best at what they do. I'm not best, but I love what I do. And eventually I will be one of the best. As long as I can keep doing this, because right now I'm telling you, man, it's been rough. What was that? 14 hours and 4 days? So 14 hours sleep in 4 days, man. That's crazy. I used to sleep 14 hours a night when I was in high school. Notice how they haven't used the Energizer Bunny commercials anymore? That's my fault. I'm kidding. Angela won 10-7. 10-7. So Studis is trying to catch up. 27-20. Skoden in the lead by 7. Studa's trying to bring that down a little bit here. He was trying to put some spin to adjust to make the shot. He ended up going into the shot instead of making the cut with the spin like he was trying to. Nothing he can do about it though, so he'll just shake it off and have a little smile about it. Wanda will come to the table and she'll be grateful for the opportunity that she's got at the table right now. Brian Walker on table number 1, about to go toe-to-toe with Tim Bone. Skoden had the first round of breaks. Or no, wait, it's Studis has the first round of breaks because that's what Brian's team is, and he's breaking right now. And this should be... Oh, wait, this might be the second round because I think Brian already played. Yeah, Brian already played, so this is the second round. So now they're in the breaking round for Studis. Comes up a little bit short on position here on table number 1. Gonna miss the shot on the 8 ball, but she's gonna get a good leave out of it as long as the cue ball doesn't scratch, which it won't. And now we will see what Travis Bird can do on this shot. I'm thinking we're going to go bank, man. I don't think he's going to play safety. He looks like the kind of guy that's not afraid to take on a shot. I think he called the bank. He's going to wire the shot into the pocket, and it's going to come out. Oh, man. Just missed the shot. Left a pretty good leave here on this 8 ball, though. Wanda hasn't felt comfortable on the table yet, so it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable here on this setup right now, too. The good news is she doesn't have to worry about scratching, so all you got to do is worry about making the shot. She's looking at a bank, though. Problem with this is if she misses it, she's going to leave the finish for Studis. But she's going to make it. What a shot. What a shot. 10-7 for Skoden. Ten-point difference. Mike D says, really nice commentary and humility, friend. Thank you for your graciousness and that helpful info on speed and power. As a newbie, I want to learn all I can, and I really appreciate this. Thank you. You're very welcome, man, and I hope it helps make a difference for you. Harley Dusty Horn says, good job. Enjoying the pool. Yeah, it's been a great event so far, man. It's a great event every year. And I'm grateful for the fact that these guys call me back to cover their event. I know they could always call other people. They can have different people coming out and do the event for them. But they rely on me because they know that I enjoy being out here. And every time I come out, I try to do a really good job for them because I enjoy the people out here, man. They always treat me like family, you know? And that's the least I can do for them when they decide to call me out to come and do an event. And keep in mind that if you are looking for somebody to cover an event and you're thinking about hiring me, you're going to get treated the same way. I'm going to give you the same respect that I give every other person that calls me. Always on my best effort. Always very little sleep. But every day I'm ready to go, no matter what's going on. And I'll tell you, man, like, my kid got hurt yesterday, my baby boy. He's only 13 months old, and he got hurt. And my first instinct was just to drop everything and go back there and be with him. But then he was okay. Today he's having a rough day because Papa's not around, and, you know, he's missing me. And once again, oh, what a shot on table 1. Yeah, so once again, I felt like I gotta go, but you know, I won't. No matter what goes on, you know, it has to be something extreme for me to leave and abandon a job. I've yet to do that. I don't think I ever will. Hopefully, nothing ever comes up like that. So far, I've been avoiding that, and I'm grateful for that because it's not something you think about until you talk about it. And I just talked about it. Wow, oh man, almost made that shot too. Just a little bit hard on the bank. You have to force the angle though. That's why I put so much speed and power into it. Yeah, so if you want to figure out speed, like that's the two ways you can do it is up and then sideways. Now, the other thing you can do is to figure out the speed for shots is just set up the same shot. So you either get a couple of coins to mark the cue ball and mark the object ball, or you get a couple of sticky dots and you put the sticky dots down so that way it gives you a marker for both balls. Now, and the reason why I'm going through this and explaining this to you is because it's so important if you're trying to learn something about the game that you set up the same shot so you can work the shot until you learn it. Now, if you go by memory or where the balls were set up, and if you're off just by a millimeter, it's a different shot already. So that's why I mark the shots when I'm trying to learn. And it doesn't matter what you're trying to learn, whatever you're trying to learn, just make sure that you mark the shot so you can try it over and over again until you understand how it works or how to make it work. And by being consistent, by having the same shot, you're going to learn way more than if you go by memory. Or you're going to learn way more than if you try to apply that certain skill on every single shot without any discipline behind it. So pool requires discipline, and part of the discipline is consistency. And that consistency can't be created unless you're recreating the shot over and over and over again the exact same way. I teach all my students when I work with them, I always have coins in my pocket. So I carry dimes and nickels. I like dimes best because they're small, so they're perfect. They don't really get in the way. And I have some students that will bring in like sticky dots and they'll use that instead because they don't like the flashiness of the coin when they're looking at it and it shines at them, or when they notice the coin when they're shooting at the ball, right? So for those people, they'll use a sticky dot, which to me is fine as long as you're marking the shot. Now, if you don't have a coin, you don't have a sticky dot, and all you have is chalk, just mark a couple of dots on the felt with the chalk that will show you where the spot should be. You can do a couple of X's or whatever, just a line, whatever it is that you need, but the more accurate the spot is, the better it is for you. Oh, he's gonna scratch the 8 ball and the cue ball. He actually meant to make the 8 ball, but he scratched the cue ball. So that's 10-7 loss. We have a 7-point difference now. The Jazz came up short on the 6 ball. Jason Drake, sorry about earlier. I seen your comment and then I got tied up and everything that was going on, and you were asking me about the teams. And I know it's too late now, but sorry about that, man. I just want to apologize anyway because I seen you come back on. And as soon as I seen your name, I remembered that, oh man, I was supposed to tell him the lineup. So I apologize for that. All the matches done now except for this match. All right, so this is the last match for sure. Shine bright like a diamond. What's up there, Mayor? Welcome to the stream, man. David Burbo, Rob Rogan, King Thomas, Petra Monkman, welcome. Lost the cue ball on table 1. Table's turned over to Angela Black/Walker. She's on Team Studis. They're 7 points away from catching up to Team Skoden. Clayton Scott's going to miss the shot on table 2. And now it looks like he's opened up the 4 a little bit, but it still doesn't go to the pocket. All right, check up on YouTube again. See if there's anything on there. No, we're good on YouTube. Okay, right on. I'm glad you appreciate that little bit of a talk there, Robert Griffith. And now, if anybody wants to like try to take a virtual lesson with me, you can set that up as long as you have a table and you have a good camera phone or something you can watch on. I can teach you. I have to be at a different table to be able to do so, but I'm a pretty good teacher and I'm really good at explaining the technique behind some of the stuff that I know. So if you're looking for some lessons, you're not here in Winnipeg or in Manitoba, let me know. I can probably still help you out. Not expensive either. And you're going to get lots of great knowledge. And because I probably never have to play you because you're not in Winnipeg or Manitoba, I might even make the lessons cheaper. I don't have to worry about you whooping my butt. Good shot to the corner, but she's going to scratch in the side pocket. $12.20. And it's starting to feel like 3 in the morning for me. I turned down that Red Bull, by the way, guys. Thank you to everyone that gave me advice not to have it. But now it's your fault that I'm tired. There's nothing that can save me either, man. There's no way I can get energy here. Even the music is trying to put me to sleep. Notice I haven't been singing. I'm not playing songs that I know, man. They're laughing. They're all laughing at the table because they're saying like everybody's so tired. They're trying their best to put up a good match on the TV table right now, but they're so tired that they're all struggling at the table right now. And it's understood. I mean, most of these guys are all organizers for the event, so they've been busy. And just like me last night, they barely got any sleep. I think I had the hard day because, I had to come here and stream and work all day. But they have to play all day, which means that they've been using their brains nonstop and they're feeling just as exhausted as I am right now, if not worse. Clayton will make the 8-ball 10-7 for Studis. $47-51. Studis is catching up. They're only 4 points away now. Skoden has Farrell Cameron on table 1. He's trying to get his team ahead again. They are ahead right now, but only by a few points. He would like to make a little bit of a difference here. He'll miss the shot to the corner, though. That brings Angela back to the table from Studis, and she's got an interesting table layout here. Biggest problem for her is that 14 ball. Though it might go off that 3 ball in the side pocket.
And you never had a cue, you never played. But I'm assuming you probably have some sort of background. Or 51-47. Yeah, that's what I got. Yeah, thank you.
I used to play it on the floor. I just don't play. I don't like playing it.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
could probably
happens.
play right now.
So you probably like break down literally on a stream. Funny. Funny because like the stream is interesting. It's a mind play in a sense because when you're playing good on the stream, you have no care about the stream or who's watching it. But the minute you start missing spots, you start thinking about how many people are watching, how many people know you, who's gonna message you about what you missed, you know, and it just drives you nuts, right? It's got that kind of effect on you. But the more you play on it, the less it affects you.
No idea.
What time are they starting tomorrow? Hopefully it's not at 9 again. That's a tough time today. I just lie down here. That just wake me up in the morning. It's actually not a bad idea. I might just go back to the room and get my pillows.
Farrell Cameron's going to win that match with a 10-6 score. So Skoden gets a lead again.
Oh.
Huh?
Well.
12? Are you sure? That's kind of crazy.
What was it? 10-6? Okay. Crazy. Okay, well, that's good. Let's have some more matches then. Let's play the final too. Let's go. I'm here all night now. You know, I'll find a way to stay up all night and sleep 4 hours anyway. Without cable. No cable, no internet, and I'll sit there and read labels off a bottle for a couple hours. 61-53. Skoden's up by 8. So apparently we're not starting the tournament until noon tomorrow. That's kind of nice. Suddenly I feel more rested. I feel like I can do this for a couple more hours. Ben Dutchek working the table out. On table 2, he's going to finish it with a 10-3 win. $71-56. We have a 15-point difference now. Oops. Sorry, guys. I had my mic muted. I was talking in private and I muted my mic. And here I am just talking away to you guys. No idea that nothing was going on. Noella says, I will inbox you when I set up the table. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, those of you that never seen me play before, you might be wondering, like, well, how good is this guy? But those of you that see me play, you see me play pretty good this year. Even though I'm not training, even though I'm not practicing, going die hard like everybody else, I put up some numbers on the table, man. And usually when I'm on the table and I'm in a mood, nobody gets a chance at the table. And that's the way I would teach you. It's the same way. I mean, mentality-wise, you're going to have to train on your own, and experience-wise, you're going to have to do that on your own. But as far as like getting everything on point and understanding how to do most of those things, I can help you with that. And there's lots of things to learn. I mean, a lot of people think it's just about aim, shoot, speed, and power, but it really isn't. There's so much more to it. Some very complex stuff. If you're like an intermediate level player that's almost close to being an advanced level player, and you're thinking, you know, you can't do much for me, I promise you I can. I can teach you how to become that advanced player, no problem. I have one of the best cue ball controls out of everybody that I know. There's a lot of good players out here, and trust me, a lot of them have great cue ball control. But when I play and I'm on point, the cue ball's on a string. I can teach you that. And if you're not from Winnipeg, oh, for sure I'll teach you that. Because I don't have to worry about you coming around here and beating me with my own knowledge. But don't worry, those of you that have taken lessons with me so far, you're going to get that lesson too. Don't worry. That's my way of saying thank you for believing in me. All right, so it looks like we're resumed on table 2, so we're going to switch things up here right away. Wanda makes the 6 to the corner on table number 1. Farrell Cameron on table number 2, also from Scotland, working the table out right now. They're basically about 4 wins away from winning. Stud is about 3 games away from taking a good lead. Anybody's battle still, anybody's game. Let's see. Michael has a comment here. It says, silly question. Should you set the rack triangle with the flange up or down? I've seen it done both ways in this match tonight. So I think a lot of that depends on how the ball settles, and every rack's going to be a little bit different. Some racks have like a little bit of like residual on there, like a little bit of glue, or it feels like glue anyways. So when you put the rack down and you try to rack the balls, then the front ball will usually stick or the back ball will stick, and then every time you lift the rack, it moves the whole set, right? So you have to try both. So like if you're trying to set it with it down, and it's not resting properly, it's not making the balls connect and stay tight, then you flip it. That's why you flip it, because now when you flip, you have a little bit more room. Now you can kind of squeeze the rack a little bit tighter, and that's the reason why they flip it over. It's one way or the other. The one way you can prevent all of that, though, is, you know, just getting a magic rack, and as long as your opponent is okay with using a magic rack, then you never have to worry about that. And now the magic rack is like one of the most famous things, because like what it does is it guarantees that you're going to have a successful break to a certain degree. I mean, you still have to make a ball, you still have to have some sort of style and technique behind your break. It's not like you can just come in and be raw and then make a ball off the break every time, but you can have a good chance with a magic rack. Now, for us players that don't use magic racks, what we have to do is we have to try to find a way to replicate that magic rack through the plastic or wooden rack that we use. And that can be, it's not something that's really taught either. But if you look at the magic rack, you'll kind of understand why the magic rack works and what you need to do in order for your breaks and racks to start working the same way if you're not using a magic rack. Now, if you're up right now and watching the stream, you can message me at CSLMANITOBA@gmail.com. and I'll explain that to you. I won't say it on the stream though, because it's a very big secret, and it's not really a big secret. because a lot of us know about it, but it's a big secret for a lot of people, and it's something you can't find on the internet. So that's why I will tell you about it through an email. CSLManitoba@gmail.com. If I don't answer tonight, it's because I'm sleeping, man. But don't worry. If you email me, that's why I say email me, because if you ask about it right now on Facebook and you message me on Messenger, I'm going to forget, man. But if you send me an email, no matter what happens on Monday, I'll be checking my emails. So then I'll say, like, oh, yeah, I'm supposed to say this to so and tell this person this and that. And email, trust me, it'll work. I'm not a big email person, but for this, I will be. Oh, and I missed what happened on that rack now. Let's see. Oh, this went way too far. Yeah, I can't figure it out. I'm going to have to go for a walk. I had to go find out who won that game and what the score was.
I know. Sorry, Tom. Thank you. I appreciate that. I have, Serena, I have 71 to 56. I have 71 to 56.
Yeah, and so there's people that never flip the rack too, man. There's people that just play the game with the rack however it comes. And then there's like a couple other things that change in the rack too. So if you have a plastic rack versus a wooden rack, totally different. The gamblers like playing with the wooden rack because it gives you inconsistent racks. You can still rack them pretty good, but it changes up the racks a little bit. Thank you. 8162. Thank you. That was a 10-4 win for Brian. And yeah, this match is starting to look like that match that I was talking about at the beginning. That's going to go down to the very last rack. 85 to 72. Yeah, and I truly mean it. If you have a table at home, or even if you have like practice time or a practice card or a pool hall, and you have access to the pool hall whenever you want, and you have free internet, you know, I can teach you from there. My schedule gets a little nutty though. Like I'll give you an example. I had a couple of events about like, I don't know, a month ago and like 6 weeks ago. I'm still trying to do the write-ups for them because I've just been so busy. But like I always say, if you take the time to message me because you want to learn from me, I will make the time for you.
Can I see the team sheet?
Robert Griffith on YouTube says, try some ice water to refresh. And that's what's been keeping me going so far is I have some cold waters beside me. And yes, it's helped out a lot. Every time I have some cold water, it kind of re-energizes me. Excuse me a little bit. Oh, a missed shot to the corner on table 2. Timothy Bowen with a chance on that one. He has a very limited chance here. I don't think you can see anything at all when it comes to the solids. Clayton Scott will miss his shot on table number 1. That's going to bring Ben Dutchik to the table. Going for a big shot. Bank side, he's just going to miss it. Angela with a ball in hand from Team Studis on table number 2. They're in a close matchup, so, you know, they're not feeling pressure yet, but they understand that there's an importance to every game and every turn at the table. Missed shot by Ben on table 1. Let's do this at both tables right now. Good evening, says Mike McKinney. Yeah, man. It's the beginning of my night right now. Marty Bray, what's up, man? Cindy Nana, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Michael Henry, Natalia Diaz, welcome. Pam McKinney. Camille Mancole Progala, welcome to the stream. Justin Bone, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. I'll be back in a second here, guys, for a minute. Oh, I heard a few not very pleasant words over there, so something went wrong on table one. Good shape on the 8-ball. Feel like dancing. Let's see. Melissa Schmikey. Oh wait, here I am. Okay, I'm missing some of the stuff here. Says good evening. Then Pam says, I don't know who to cheer for. My sister's team or my Uncle Brian's team. Good luck to both teams. And Mikey says, go to bed. Michael says, thanks. I'm not big on email either, but I'll keep in mind to contact you hopefully in the near future. Playing with my dad at senior's retirement home, 8-foot table, kind of beat, one dead rail, but we have fun. What was the score on that one? Gotta go back and look at this now. Oh my God. Every time I try to go back, Facebook just takes me back like 10 years instead of going back 10 seconds. All right, YouTube is gonna have to be. Let's go check out YouTube, and I'll have to rewind it from there to figure out what the score was.
One that was on the table.
It was 2 on the left, so 10-5. That's what I was trying to find right now on my phone. Okay, 10-5. Yeah, he did win that game, so I know he won that game. Yeah, you're doing pretty good. You might be hired next year if I come back. All right, 90-82, and it's an 8-point difference between these guys. I don't know, man. When this match was about to start, I told you guys that this is going to be a close match. I also told you guys that I wouldn't be surprised if it gets down to the last rack because I had that feeling. And while we're pretty close to being in that situation right now, 8-point difference, only a few racks remaining in this match. It comes down to these 2 racks right now on what's going to happen, whether we go to the last rack or not. Adam on YouTube says, I'm still watching. I'm drinking Diet Coke. I'm watching on my TV, eating some popcorn. You sound like you're having the perfect time right now, man. Are you watching it on the big screen? Is that what you're doing? And see what you said there at the end. No, it doesn't say where we're watching on. If you're watching on YouTube, you got to be watching on the big screen, obviously. I feel like you can't tell the difference on quality when you watch on your phone between YouTube and Facebook. And I think that's the only reason why like Facebook hasn't worried too much about their, low budget 720p quality videos. Yeah, I went there. I always talk about it, man. I don't understand why Facebook, which was one of the first companies that came out for social media, how are they still stuck in 720p, man? The 90s are over, bro. Everybody's 4K and nowadays. What's up with you? Make billions and billions of dollars off people using your social media. You can't even upgrade to a 4K, man. I'm kidding. No, but seriously. Mark, if you're listening to this, smart enough, man. Give me some 4K. Oh, they're playing some jams now. It's got me going. I just want to grab my cue and start running tables out. You know, it's funny because like the players that are up and coming, they always talk about like, I'm going to run a table. Oh, I'm going to run this guy out. Oh, I had a run out. And the high level players, like the really high level players, they never say anything like that. What a shot that was on table 2 from G Black. Walker makes a beautiful bank. And now she'll have a challenging shot here on this 8-ball. Take a look at this shot so we can see if she can make it. Looks like she's still trying to work it out. This was a nice bank, though. Perfection. Can she finish it now? Trying for the bank corner, and oh man, she just missed it. It was so close. Just missed it. That was a big moment right there, man. As you won that game, that puts them at 10-4, which would give them a 92-94 score. They would only been down by 2. So that's how huge that one was. And that's how close it got to going to the last rack. It could still go there, but it's all up to what's going on table 1 and 2 right now. They're both kind of waiting on these tables to give each other a chance to shoot, and they're both trying to be patient, but they're both on crucial situations at the table, and now at the end, they're going to kind of cross into each other. It was like a little Mexican standoff there. All they were missing was a Mexican sombrero in the middle. No, it's fine, man. Never such a thing as too long. I'm good with whatever. You should hear me talk. I never shut up, man. Wanda McKinney with a chance to win this rack. Just has to come up with a shot on the 8 ball. It's too far for the bank, so she has to cut it. But this is an uncomfortable cut shot. And now what makes it more uncomfortable is that if she doesn't make it, you're going to sell it out. So then you start thinking about maybe I should play safety or maybe the bank will be better. And now she's kind of going through that process right now. Looks like she was looking at the cut shot and now she's just called the bank and she's still looking at it. So not quite fully committed to the shot yet. Or maybe she's just doing a little bit of analyzing to figure it out. Moment of truth here on the shot coming up right now. Oh, she just missed it, but she missed it on the pro side, as they say. She's left nothing but a bank on the table. I don't know. Angie's looking at this like, I can make this shot. She's going to call it. Gonna switch over tables first. We're gonna check this out on the big screen, see if she makes it. It's about a half ball bank. A bit too much, and it's gonna bounce and end up leaving the 8 ball available to the top left corner for Wanda. Forget about me. Don't you forget about me. 8 in the corner is good. Skoden maintaining their lead. 10-7 win puts them at 100-89. It's crunch time. This rack matters right now. Trav is going to make the shot to the corner. 8 ball on the side is what he's calling now. He's going to make the 8 ball 99 to 105. No. Because those players are all done. It's 105 to 99, so there's got to be 1 or 2 racks left. Yeah, these are the last 2 racks of the match right now. It should be. It's almost down to the last rack as I said it was going to be. One
12 to 109.
12 to 109. Yeah, so I missed the game then. Okay. Thank you. 112, 109. Okay, so I got the wrong score. Now it's going to be the right score. I missed a couple of games in there somehow. So a 3-point difference. 3-point difference with 2 racks to go. I thought we had a dramatic score to begin with, but it's gotten just a little bit more dramatic now. A 3-point difference. 2 racks remaining. We have students on both tables right now. It's their breaking round, and can they capitalize here for the win? Looks like a dry break on table 1, so Ben Dutchik from Scoden's going to get a chance on that table against Brian Walker. Clayton Scott trying to figure out his table right now. I apologize for missing the score there. I always try to keep track of the scores as best as I can. And when I came back, I was like, hey, is it still the same games? And I was like, yeah, it's still the same games. Like, okay, cool. But I guess I must have missed a couple of games while I was gone there. Or maybe I just didn't keep track of the score right properly from like the halfway point or something. Either way, I apologize for that. It's, I try to be professional, and I came up a little bit short there on the score. And I was so proud of my day today because I was like, yeah, I'm keeping up with the scores. I'm doing good. Shouldn't have bragged about it, I guess. Karma, man. 2 things you should never do is brag about something and never talk about the score in the match. Oh, man, a big draw shot for a big run out, and he's going to scratch in the side pocket, and that's going to bring up Farrell Cameron for a chance to be able to close out the match. Fairly wide open table with a ball in hand. It's going to help a lot more now. 2 balls, 1 ball that's kind of in a tough spot. The 5 ball is, kind of funny too. So he's going to take the 5, then the 2, and then work his way up. Brian Walker's going to miss the shot on table number 1. He's going to give a ball in hand to Scoden. And Ben Dutchik will get to work on that table. Combined, these guys only need like 7 points each, and they're good. Even one of them getting 7 points might be good. 112, 3 points remaining. 10 to 7 will be 122 to 16, 6-point difference. So they will need a 5 balls Potter on 1 table and a win to win the match. Oh, no, wait, because there's only 20 points available on the table. So if both teams were to split here, it would be 122 to 119. Yeah, so they need a win like in 5 points. That will do it. And that works out to 15 points. So a 10-7 and a 10-7 would probably put it at a tie. In the case of a tie, they'll have the option of having either their best players go toe-to-toe, so 1 player from each team, or they're going to replay the last round as is, meaning that whoever broke the last round will break for the next one if they end up going to the tiebreaker. Farrell's going to miss the shot on the 8 ball. It's going to give Clayton a chance to be able to win this game for his team, who is currently down by 3. If he can win it with a score of 10 to 7, that's going to tie up the match. Ben trying to work the table here on table 1. He's going to come up short on the stripe. Oh, Oh no, Clayton's gonna miss the 15 ball and he's feeling it. He's not happy about it. I told you, man. I knew this game was gonna be this way. I just know. I just know. Michael says, wow, photo finish. Ball in hand on table number 1, and Farrell's gonna win that game with a score of 10-6. $122, $115. I believe the match is over. Now let's see. What's here on the table? There's 2. So at the very best, he can do a 10-5 win, which will put him at 125 to 127. So they will lose by 2 points if he wins this game with the table the way it's laid out. Or maybe there's another game left. There could be. I'm thinking that this is the last game, but if they're mathematically out of the match, then they shouldn't be shooting anymore because it's irrelevant. But they do know each other, and they are the organizers of the event, so maybe they felt like, you know, we want to play this out. It's our game. It's our tournament. So let's have fun. Ben's gonna have a chance to close out the match for sure now. He's to open up one stripe, which is tied up to the solids here, and he's just opened it up. He's gonna end up sweep to the corner, but does he have a shot? Not quite. Side pocket though, maybe. Or he's gonna call the 4-rail bang corner. He's just gonna come up short. Now, how often do you take that shot? Like once in a blue moon. We practice it all the time, and you never see it. And the one time you see it, you kind of hope that you can nail it. You'll come up short on that one, though. Oh, man. And Brian's going to hook himself here on the last solid. He's going to call the kick to the corner. Won't make it. He's going to leave a shot in the 8 ball. That's going to be the match. 10-6, the final score on that one. $11-point difference, 132 to 121, the final score. That's all, folks. All right. Wow. I survived. Well, I haven't survived yet. I still have to drive back to the hotel room. As long as I don't fall asleep behind the wheel, I'm okay. If I do end up falling asleep again on the wheel, then, well, I won't see you guys tomorrow. And you'll have to try to like message everyone to find out what happened with the tournament, man. I'm going to do my best to get to the hotel room, though. I'm only kidding, but seriously, I'm tired. All right, so let's get this baby going here. Let's set the mood. Bring this back, Jack. There we go. Get a little peek at the room. Isn't this fancy? I feel like I'm in a fancy room right now. All right. That's crazy, says Reese Lewis. Wow, what a match. Thank you for the live stream, Rod Arriagada. My pleasure, man. I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, guys, that tomorrow we come in for championship day. We have the A-side final, and the B-side semifinal, the B-side final, and the championship match. Going to be a busy day tomorrow. Lots of action, all the money on the line. It's elimination day, or also known as championship day, and you guys don't want to miss that one. I mean, maybe you do. Maybe there's something else you want to watch, but you'll regret it. I promise. Now, it's not the same as, you know, tuning in and watching it later, because like everybody else is going to know what happened. You won't. You're going to be left out, man. Tune in tomorrow. Action starts at noon. You don't want to miss it. I promise. All right, let's do the rundown. Let's go backwards this time. So, hang on, I gotta find out what the proper name is. Randy's last name. What's his last name? The Grave or the Gravy?
The Grove.
The Grove. Okay, so I've been mispronouncing it the whole time. The Grove. Okay. All right. Sorry, the Grove Electric. I apologize. It's Randy the Grove, and I had the wrong. So I'm professional at butchering names, but Randy the Grove, Swan Lake First Nation. He's an electrician here at the Grove Electric. Give him a call at 204-836-2672. L&L Flooring, 22 Lorne Avenue here in Swan Lake First Nation, Manitoba, 204-836-2010. Swan Lake First Nation community, they donated $1,000 to the team event tomorrow, which is going to be third place. Shout out to them. And for the ones that we do have logos, I didn't have much on Swan Lake First Nation 8A, so the only thing I can do is just come up with this, and that's just their picture. But I know that the information is the same as Swan Lake First Nation number 7 Gaming Center. These guys are located at 4818 Portage Avenue in Headingley, Manitoba, just short west of Winnipeg. Then Swan Lake First Nation Gaming Center number 7 is right here at Junction Highway number 23 and 34 in Swan Lake, Manitoba. They're open every day of the week. Tomorrow they're only open till noon. Or sorry, they open at noon and they're only open until midnight. And then Monday to Thursday they're open till 1. Friday and Saturday open till 2. If you're in the building right now, you have an hour left to gamble. Boulay Brothers Concrete Limited, 152 Stanley Avenue here in Somerset, Manitoba. And I say here because it's only a few minutes away from Swan Lake. 204-744-2469 is their number if you want to give them a shout. Brock's Office Supplies for your business. Visit our website for great deals and savings, brocksoffice.ca. And that is it. A recap of the events. So we went through day 1, Open A division. It's done. Kevin Cardinal's your champion for this year. Randy Baggett is your runner-up. The men's B division, we have a final showdown, or it was a final showdown between Clarence Spence and Perry Van Dam. Perry won the first set, but he lost the second set to Clarence. Clarence is this year's champion. The women's division, who won the women's division? Yeah, it was Lisa McNabb that won it? Lisa McNabb won the women's division, and Lisa Van Dam finished in runner-up. Thank you. Yeah, I got all the other ones. It was just that one that I didn't know. And yeah, so that's all the singles divisions over days 1 and 2. And then on day 2, which is today, we started the team event with the opening rounds. Tomorrow when we come back, all that's going to be left is championship day. We're looking at elimination, so there's only a few teams left. It's going to be an amazing, amazing day tomorrow. I'm telling you. You thought you've seen some great pool today. You ain't seen nothing yet. Tomorrow is the day. Tune in at 12 o'clock to watch the stream live. A-side final, B-side semi, B-side final, and championship match. First place is $3,000 plus jackets and a trophy. Second place is $2,000. Third place is $1,000, and fourth place is $500. All right. Well, I guess we're done. Yeah, that's it, man. I guess I gotta go home. We're not home, but to the hotel to sleep. But I guess it's home now, for at least today, anyway. All right. What else do I got? I always have something, man. I feel like I forgot some stuff. Yeah, the King of the Hill. Next Saturday, December 9th. If you want to get in, one open spot, $110 entry, 11 o'clock in the morning start. Single elimination, race to 11. The finals are race to 13. $110 entry, $10 goes to the green fees, $100 goes to the payouts. It's winner take all, so $1,600 for first with 16 players. It's going to be a great event. Some of Manitoba's best going to be going toe-to-toe on this one. You don't want to miss that one. Just like you don't want to miss tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a really exciting day for pool here in Swan Lake, Manitoba First Nation. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't checked it out yet. You can find me on the Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. If you enjoy the coverage and the way that I work, I promise you, you're always going to enjoy the way that I work, because it's the way I always work. And if you are the kind of person who likes to watch streams on TV, YouTube is the way to go. Subscribe to the channel, and then we're all going to be happy. Thank you for everything, Serena. She can't hear me. She helped me out a lot today, so I appreciate it. What else do I got? Yeah, if you want to support me, I guess we can do that too. You can support me via PayPal or e-transfer at CSLMANITOBA@gmail.com. You can hear the passion. I'm more dedicated than the average Joe. And even the guys that are like diehards, they're not as good as I am when it comes to the hard work. I work hard. I don't sleep just to work hard. Those guys sleep. They get at least 6 hours. They're cheating. I get 4. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, that's it for tonight, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Maybe we'll check out the last highlight. I guess we'll do that. A nice little bank shot here from Angie Black / Walker. Do we do the pool wisdom? I feel like you guys are already falling asleep and I'm giving you lots of wisdom today. I won't do it. I don't know. Why not? All right. The one time I don't do it, you're going to be like, I know there's something important he was supposed to tell me. I can't remember what it is. The more you sweat in practice, the less you'll bleed in battle. That's what it is. That means get out there and work hard in your game. You can't just wake up and be a pro. And even the pros that are pros didn't wake up and just become pros. They have to work hard. It takes, if you want to be professional, up to 8 hours a day, every day to become that good. If you want to go from, beginner into intermediate, 5 hours a day will do you, to get you going there. If you want to go from intermediate to advanced, you're still looking at least 5 hours a day, and a lot of good efforts. I mean, not just racking and breaking and running racks, but literally working on your game. Whatever the case is, put in the effort to become the best player that you can be. And as long as you do that every single day until you get there, then becoming the champion within is not that far away. It's just a reality waiting to happen, man. All right, that's it. I'm done. Am I done? I'm still talking. There's still people watching. What's wrong with you guys? Go to sleep. It's late, man. We have to get some sleep. Well, you guys, I guess I do. I gotta come back tomorrow. But get some sleep. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking and sharing the stream if you guys did. Those of you that took the time to interact with me, I totally appreciate it, man. You guys made the day go by a little bit faster for me on 4 hours sleep. I survived the moment. And it's all because of your guys' support through your conversations and through the interaction that we had throughout the entire day. Thank you once again. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it. My name is Arriagada. If you guys want to add me or follow me on Facebook, you know how to find me. Arriagada. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, same thing. Arriagada / CSL Manitoba. That's how you find me. And don't forget, if this is your first time checking us out on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow notification button. Then you'll get notified every single time that we go live. I myself go live every Sunday at least. And then in the winter, like I'm nuts, man. I live in the pool hall. You're going to get a lot of action. You're going to want to follow us. All right, that's it for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. It was a great time. I'm tired. I got to wrap things up and I got to get out of here, man, or else I'm not going to make it till tomorrow. Thank you for everything, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys at the tables next time, which is going to be tomorrow around noon when the tournament starts. Until then, have a good night, everyone. Cheers.